Lawrence Zanuck here with Castle Dream Real Estate, bringing you Home Seller, Home Buyer podcast. Thank you for joining us today so that you can learn about Home Buyer episode 24, 5 Ways to Beat Out the Competition. So what are those 5 ways to beat out the competition? Well, depending on where you live, as a potential home buyer, you may be forced to compete with other buyers. A seller's asking price is just that, an asking price. The seller may choose to price the home above, at, or well below what the actual market will bear. Hopefully, it is realistically priced for the present day market. Sometimes there are multiple offers. In some situations, there may be more than one offer. Depending on where you live, you as a potential buyer may be forced to compete with other buyers in that multiple offer situation. Here are 5 steps you can take to help you try and beat the competition in multiple offer situations. Hire a good local buyer's agent. These agents are experienced in the local market and have a relationship with other agents as well as inspectors, contractors, lenders, and appraisers. A seller is looking for a sure thing and a smooth, clean sale. With stakes high, who wouldn't want a sure thing? In fact, the last thing the seller or their agent wants is to enter into a contract with an inexperienced or out-of-area agent. That's why when faced with multiple offers, a seller, guided by their agent, may choose to work with a lower-priced offer because that buyer has a good agent. Many times, a lower-priced offer will be countered up to match the price of a buyer with an unknown agent. Get your financial ducks in a row before making an offer. Before you can make a strong, winning offer, you need to have your finances in order. This means being pre-approved for a loan and staying in regular contact with your lender or mortgage broker. Have an auto email alert set up from your real estate agent so that all the new listings will come to you automatically. Know the new listings as they hit the market and be prepared to visit them right away. Be ready to make a move when the right house comes along. An informed buyer has been in the market for some time. They've seen multiple properties, either at open houses or private appointments. They come to the multiple offer situation fully prepared, knowledgeable of the market, and ready to present themselves as a strong, motivated buyer. The seller and their agent will appreciate that. Don't wait. Many times a new listing is sold before the first open house. If a desirable property hits the MLS on a Tuesday, you need to see it Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. The buyers who don't rest on their laurels get the home. They show that they are on it, they're motivated, and they're ready and want the property. This often translates into a successful deal or smooth offer and contract for the seller and listing agent. If you are serious about buying and have your financial house in order, don't wait for the open house. As soon as you see the listing, let your agent know you're interested and have them set up an appointment. Make a clean offer. There's an assumption that the successful bidder simply pays the most money. But this isn't always the case. While price is a huge factor, the terms and conditions are just as important. To make your bid the most compelling, be as flexible as possible to the seller's needs. If you know the seller needs a quick close because they just bought a place, give it to them. If they just had a baby and need some extra time, go with a longer close or offer to close quickly but give them a rent back. If you're going to have inspections, check with the inspector and see if you can get an appointment soon after your offer is accepted. That way you can remove your inspection contingency quicker. The same holds true with an appraisal. If your lender is able to pre-schedule an appraisal, or at least check their schedule, it can only help. The last thing a seller wants is to accept an offer, only to wait 14 to 21 days to discover the buyer can't get a loan or the leaky roof scared them away. Make your offer clean with swift timeframes for contingencies. There have been times when a seller leaves 2 to 3% on the table just to be sure the deal will close cleanly. Present yourself in the best possible light. Presentation can't be emphasized enough. Make sure your agent presents your offer to the seller in a professional way. The offer should, when possible, be presented in person. A contract should be preferably typed, not handwritten. Without a doubt, a pre-approval letter from your bank or broker should be attached to the offer. A cover letter from you or your agent presenting you as buyers to the seller should always accompany your offer. If there are disclosures presented to you prior to making an offer, sign off on them. Make it clear to the seller that you're serious, motivated, and ready to move ahead should they choose to work with you. Strong and clean is always the way to go. It's the common sense stuff that will help differentiate you from the pack. Be upfront, show that you're motivated, and look at the big picture of your offer, not just the dollar amount. Of course, many times the highest bidder wins, but every day there are dozens of buyers who kick themselves because they would have paid the price that it took to win the bidding war. Presenting yourself and your offer in the strongest and most clean way will go a long way to assuring you come out on top. Thank you for listening to Homebuyer Episode 24, 5 Ways to Beat Out the Competition. We are grateful for the time you have taken to listen to this podcast, and we look forward to your input and what you would like to hear in future podcasts. You can find the show notes at homesellerhomebuyer.com, and you can leave your comments, questions, and suggestions by using the Contact Us button in the upper right-hand corner of the website, or you can email us at info@homesellerhomebuyer.com. Tell your family, friends, and coworkers about Home Seller Home Buyer. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to the Home Seller Home Buyer podcast, and catch us on the next episode. Thank you for listening so you can stay informed.